That's what I showed up with. My letter of resignation. And I'm resigning due to a lack of discipline on the team and a lack of will from the Patriots organization to address it. Said, if you judge yourself and your team by the scoreboard at the end of the clock running out, you're not going to ever have any happiness or anything, because you have to be fortunate and you have to have good players and you have to have all these things to win. You have to catch some good breaks. There's an element of luck, no matter how good you are. But one of the things he said is that the only thing that you can really achieve as a coach is peace of mind, in knowing that you did everything you could do to try and help the team win. And I have that peace of mind. I know how hard I worked. We lost 2 games by 2 touchdowns. Yeah, it could have been a lot different. The actions of the players that day is the most disgraceful display of sportsmanship and professionalism that I've ever seen in my life. The game started at 3, everybody was there. We told everybody to be ready to go at 2. So before you know it, Yarik's pissed off because somebody's using his shoulder pads and he can't find his helmet. Next thing you know, we have a big teenage girl fight. Roma and Yarik are yelling at each other. Roma's behavior continued to get worse throughout the game. He was a disciplined nightmare. At one point, Bandits threw a pass into the end zone and it was incomplete, but the referee initially signaled for a catch. Although the other referees saw that the ball had hit the ground and came over and waved it off. As soon as Roma saw him go like this, he ran faster than I ever saw him run from the 50-yard line to the end zone, got in the referee's face. Now that was a 15-yard penalty. Mustang, who never showed up in practice, started a fight with our giant vegetarian Hindu pray 5 times a day tackle from India. Started a fight the previous week. It's one of the reasons I created this document. I never wanted to see Mustang on the field again. During a play, toss right, they were supposed to combine on a double team on the end. Instead, Mustang tripped him. And then when Guru asked what the hell was that, Mustang said, "F you, that was for last week." I feel sorry for Alfie because he built this amazing defense and he put his heart and soul into it. You know, there's guys on the team that are always complaining that they want to play. Some of them we put on our kickoff team and our kick return teams, you know, we put them on the special teams. It's a chance for you to show that you can play on special teams. 2 or 3 minutes after our opening kickoff of the game, it was time to put the kick return team back on the field. Same team, right? You just gave up a touchdown, they kick the ball off to you again. So we put the kick return team back out on the field and only 8 guys went out there. So we ran our kickback with 8 guys on the field. You know, we got 45 guys out there dressed. If you don't know that you're supposed to be on the field, what are you doing? Are you looking at the cheerleaders? You're taking a selfie? We were also playing without our ex-receiver, Max, who had quit. And we had to move our starting tight end to quarterback because Rogers was struggling. So we really had, I don't know, about half of our starters in at the end of the game. And obviously I had written up my letter of resignation on Sunday, but I had thought about quitting many, many times because of the lack of willingness to do what needed to be done to discipline the team. Told them that we had a cancer on the team, the discipline problem. I said, Yuri, the cancer on this team, cancer always spreads. And I said, you got to start taking some steps. And here's a document that was created by me and Alfie and Coach Frank together to deal with the discipline problem on the team. I presented it to Yuri and he agreed. He looked me in the eye, shook my hand and said, "Yes, Jeff, I agree with you." And then he chose not to do it. So in most of my dealings with Ukrainians, whether it be business or any sort of sport or anything like that, they say they want Americans until they get us. they realize that we want to do things differently, and they don't like it, and they think they know better. These guys are just very, very immature, and they can't accept responsibility for their actions, and they're undisciplined, they're unprofessional, they're some of the most childish teenage girls that you'll ever meet. The last thing that many of those guys will ever do is look in the mirror and say, what did I do to cause this? I certainly have done that. I certainly have asked myself what I could have done differently. It's looking very likely that Alfie and I will not be back with the team for any future activities. You know, maybe the Patriots will go on to win their last 5 games without us and realize that they had the power to do it themselves all along. And that's fine. I mean, actually that's what I hope happens, you know? I hope they realize that they don't need us anymore, and that, you know, they just need to be the great football players that are inside of them.